Hello everyone, good evening. Today I'm here to talk about the November's topic, which is video game. And what I want to say is, video game is actually fucking awesome. Yes, so the first thing I want to say is, some of you guys actually think video game actually a neutral waste of time. Some of you may think video game actually negative. Some of you think video games are harmful to children and everyone. But I'm not here to change your mind. Even if you are 54 or even older, I'm not trying to change your mind. I want to make you do that yourself. And I'm here to expose myself and tell all parents that video games are not actually as harmful as you think. So the first thing I want to say is, how video games affect to kids and students like us in life. So before, I was having a trip, an experience trip to Mary Curie Junior High School. I've made actually a school project or school activity there. The headmaster told us that you should make something that actually inspire children and actually make them want to join your school activity. And we was thinking like, this is hard. There's like 200 children, and what we have to make it actually a big project that can fit everyone. And we have an idea, which is making video games and game studio. This was a hard idea, but we have made it. On the first day, there was like 60 applicants, and we surprised by that. On the next day, it's doubled. It was 120, and it's almost all the children of the junior high school have joined the activity. They get in the room. I see that was no happiness. There's actually sadness in their eyes, because parents in Vietnam actually banning them from playing video game and stuff like that. And I think that's not really good for them. Parents actually tell them that playing video game is stupid, a waste of time, and always asking them to come up from the basement and start studying. And I see that they are actually sad because they cannot do the thing they love. And I told them that, kids, don't worry. It's not wasting time by doing the thing you love. It's not wasting time by doing the thing that inspires you and make you excited. And after a few days talking to them, I see reflected in those eyes the actually interestingness, the excitement, and also there is a lot of kids that actually role play the game inside the room. There is a big number. Actually, it's surprised me that nowadays students like us, graduating from high school, actually playing an average of 10,000 hours of video game. But that is a number in 2017, and actually bigger now. By playing that much game, we make them become expert in game. And by starting their life in the game industry, they can be an expert on the first day they go to work. And that's going to provide a lot of good value to the game studio, and although make them have a high earning salary jobs and stuff like that. They're actually making good stuff, and give them a good life at doing the thing that they have want to do, their desire. But parents like, no, who's gonna do that? It's a pipe dream. It's stupid. And what? Parents, any of you guys here actually sit down in the living room and playing CS:GO or something like that with your parents? Yes. You did? So who do you play with?
I play with China, Japan.
No, I was asking.
You didn't say who wanted to play it.
No, I said that. Have you ever sit down in the living room and ask your parents to play game with you?
No. Actually,
Or he's gonna like get a stick and then what do you want?
they say why.
And alright, thank you for that. It was fun. Parents now, they're actually thinking game are harmful, but it's actually not. I'll give you time to think about that. The next thing I want to tell you is, I believe that game can cut through discrimination. Why I'm saying that? Because in game, there's actually nothing matter but your skill, which is how good you are in the game. It doesn't matter what your gender is. Does not matter if you're a girl or boy. It does not matter if you are black or white or yellow or something like that. It does not matter if you caught up with some stupid disease or you are a normal human being. The only thing that is matter in game is your skill. And how do you feel in the game? Teacher, have you ever sit down in the living room and play game with your son?
I used to do that some days ago, but now I
Yeah,
have
you
quit
don't really
it.
have
I have
time.
quit it. Yeah, I think it's fun enough to have some game, especially during the break. Okay, in my free time I do some game. Okay.
I would wish to have a parent like you.
Yeah.
And back in those days, when I was I don't know, like 5 or 6 years old, I actually saw my dad play game, and it was like, whoa, it's mind blowing. I didn't, my dad worked like 12 hours a day, every day, no weekend, and I think that my dad wasn't have any time to sit down with the computer and play whatever game he wanted. But he did. He did spend time playing game. And now I'm growing older, and I didn't see him playing the game anytime anymore. And he's telling me that playing game are stupid, and you need to stop doing that. I was sad. Now I'm still banned from playing game. I always have to, get in my room, lock the door, and start playing, because my parents just don't let me to do it. It's so hard. And the next thing I want to say, based on what I just said, is game make connection between people. Why? Okay. Before I start, I want to ask you: have you ever shared most of your things to your family? Like your story or what problem you got, something like that. Have you ever tell your parent? Anyone? You did? How much? 20%.
Much? Yeah, like every single time I be shouted at my face by visitor. Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So like every time you start. What about the other time? You? Just say it. Just say it. Okay.
Just say it. Just say it.
Oh,
Say
yes.
Let's go.
Oh, in the past I used to do it, but when I realize that is when I tell with my family, there's a lot of conflict, and I don't want it. I don't want to stop the conflict.
Oh, okay. So actually, when you are not brave enough, or you just don't want to share your story with your family or your problem you got. Why? Between you and your parents don't got that much connection. Because we don't share the same thing, we don't share the same mind, we don't share the same thought, and we don't share the same opinion about game. That's the point. What I see is actually, dad seeing children playing game and started to, ban them from using phone, using computer, watching TV and stuff like that. I don't see that parents sit down in the living room and say, "Son, come here and play some, CS:GO, and play some PUBG," something like that. I have never seen it in my life, because we was unlucky. We was unlucky that parents are actually not understand. I'm telling you, parents. And what I want to say is, looking in Canada, in 5,000 family, there is 2,000 of them parents are actually playing game with children. They bought children the gaming gear they want, and they bought children the game that they want to play, and sit down and play with it and enjoy it. Because they don't actually have much chance to actually sit down in the living room and do that with them. And I think they was very happy. And I wish to see that in my family. I'm telling you, parents. And have you ever asked me that? What problem I got in my life? You didn't. I meet my other half with a girl I love. through a game that I play on the internet. Have you ever asked about that? Have you ever asked that what kind of girl I like, what problem I got in school, what conflict I got between my friend and also you? You did. You did. I want you to wonder that by yourself. What did you do at your free time in your past? Just why not, right? We always thinking about stupid things. Like what money we got tomorrow? Right? What work we do tomorrow? But we don't think that what our children are gonna do tomorrow. And I say strictly, it's a bad thing, okay? You always tell me to think carefully before I say something. But I always want you to think carefully before you say something or shout something at me. Just do it. We don't have connection, so we cannot understand each other. And it just doesn't work. And by the time I'm saying here, at the time you see this video, I think I'm gonna get beaten up by this thing. I wish you can understand what I'm saying here right now. Game, make connection. There is 1.7 billion people on the earth actively playing game right now. That solved connection problem for 1.7 billion people on the earth. Right? It's just before, when the game technology didn't evolve, we actually just played game for entertainment. It was not competitive, and it was not connected to each other. But as technology evolved, we are now be able to connect the game technology and the game system, and now player and player can play with each other. And same with you and me. So the connection problem was that. The last thing I want to say is.
Ở rồi, nhưng là không tốt. Những thằng nam mà nghiện chỉ có một điều là bị dốt. Bọn nó hay bảo anh nào phải làm trò, đó là lời chê. Vì nếu bọn anh nào thì đó là sự đánh của người phê.
Giữ hộ cái điện thoại vỗ tay cả.
Tài khoản game.vn.
Doanh giữ hộ cái điện thoại vỗ tay cái. Nhấn đâu nhỉ? Chưa tắt đâu? Chưa tắt à?